Hey, good morning. This is just a very quick update video to tell you where we are on the project. Currently, things are going really, really well. We've got strings on, as you can probably tell, and today is intonation day. So basically what I've done is I've left the strings on a couple of days, I've stretched them out, and what I'm going to do now is get out the Allen keys and intonate the bridge. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's just fiddly and annoying. So that's today. So by the end of today, it will be in tune and stay in tune all the way up the neck. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The switches are in, everything's in, it's all sealed. I've used the bathroom sealant, so no blood will get inside the guitar. Going pretty well so far, touch wood. However, I did get a little bit sidetracked. I have a birthday coming up, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a little present, which I don't do very often. But this time I was like, no, I actually want this. I've wanted this for a while, so I'm going to buy it. And that's what sidetracked me. What I bought was this. Now, I first saw this at it was about the end of 2020, I think, around about the end of 2020. So what this is, it's just a reverb pedal. Now, I have multiple pedals ranging from all types, and you know, I haven't got that many, but what I have I use quite a bit, so I'm not going to be buying something for the sake of buying it. If I'm buying it, I'm actually using it. And the couple of the pedals that I use the most, I've got a couple of cheap sort of multi-effects pedals, modeling pedals, stuff like that, and where they're digital, it's kind of annoying because if you want to get a specific sound out of it, you have to go into a menu and then flick through the menu and then set a thing, and it's all button presses, and nothing really feels. I mean, it's obviously not analog, but it doesn't feel instant. It's like you got to go into a menu, then hear what it sounds like, then come out, and I was never, ever, ever, ever able to get the sound that I wanted out of any of my pedals, really. Like, distortion's easy, gain is easy, you just crank it and then you can kind of adjust it on the fly and you'll kind of get where you need to be. But for things like reverb, it's really, really hard to get where you want to go. Anyway, I heard this at, like I say, the end of 2020, and I've been wanting one for a while and just never got around to buying it, mostly because of the project that I'm building. Anyway, once I heard this, it was one of those times where I'm like, that's the sound. Like, that is the sound I want. I mean, okay, so the company itself is called Caline, even though it looks like K-Dean. Where's the thing? Yeah, look, even though it looks like K-Dean, it's actually Caline. And the pedal itself is the Wonderland. It has got another name, but I don't know what it is. Like an HMB, something or other. And it says Ambient Reverb Machine, Curiouser and Curiouser. I really like the silk screening on it. And all it is basically just a reverb pedal. So reverb is, for those that don't know, is like a swell in the sound. It's not an echo, it's more like a room. So like, it's the difference between playing in a small room and playing in a large, giant, empty room with no like baffling. It's that kind of like reverberations, reverb. And then what this has got is a shimmer knob here, which is essentially overtones. So the note you're playing, it will pick notes above, like, you know what I mean? You can go octaves above in some pedals, but this, it's overtones over that, and then you can crank them in and crank them out. The mix knob up here, all that does is goes from your input sound, so your dry guitar sound, and then all the way into the pedal sound, and you can completely take out your guitar. Like, if you want, you can just crank it all the way to the right, and all you're hearing is the pedal, no guitar left. And then this thing down here, once you press that, most pedals it would engage just the pedal, so on and off. But what this button does is it takes you to space, because this pedal is so much fun. Like, with minimal little turns on these dials, you can go from a standard clean guitar sound to sounding like a Chris Nolan movie soundtrack. Like, it is insane. You want to go to space? You're in space. It is the most amount of fun. Like, I don't know, on a practical level, I don't know if you could, I mean, obviously you could record with it and you could definitely make, you know, music with it, but as a toy, you cannot beat this. And the other thing that I'm still blown away by is 65 quid. Like, yeah, fair enough, there are some finish issues, like the paint is a little bit bubbly down here, but the silk screening's really nice. And the sound you get out of this thing for 65 quid. It's insane how good this thing sounds. Honestly, if you're interested in like almost synthy guitar effects pedals, like with the right dialing in on these knobs, you would be hard pressed to call this a guitar if you couldn't see it. It sounds incredible. So what I'm going to do is I have the obviously Regan, the white guitar here, but I also have my kind of in tune Ibanez, which I love and sounds amazing. This is currently my go-to guitar. I love this thing. Anyway, it's got really good clean sound on both the bridge and the neck pickups. So what I'm going to do is very, very, very quickly plug it in, and I'm just going to leave the settings as they are. So what's that? Decay, round about, what's that? I don't know, round about 3 o'clock, and then shimmer around about 9 o'clock, and then mix bang in the middle. So you're getting guitar and you're getting the pedal as well. And then, yeah, let's just see what this thing... Honestly, this thing sounds so good. If you're interested at all in like reverb or weird synthy pedals or just something that sounds so bizarre but is a ton of fun, this is for you. All right, cool. Let's see what this sounds like.